Kill Team Co-op? More like Kill Team Co-Oops. With my dice rolling. Haha, I haven't read the article yet. I just thought that was a funny joke. I made it on Facebook. I'm not saying Co-Oops like the mode's bad. I'm about to read it with you. I have not read it yet. Because it's co-op. I don't need to give insightful commentary on the rules, right? It's co-op. You can't go wrong. Anyway, right, with that said, I'm just going to read the article to you because that's kind of what I do in what I have come to term the Daily Slop, which is my channel. When there's news, there's views. There you go. Okay, let's get on to it. Chaps, chapesses, and chap I. I am shrunkified. Let's go. Oh, so hold on. Hold on. Allow me to say what I want co-op to be. Again, I haven't read this. I don't quite know where we're going with it yet. I only know what you guys know pre-reading this article so far. I want co-op to be two things. I want it to be a nice, relaxed, collaborative experience that I can use to play casual games and to teach people. That's what I'm after. That's all co-op needs to be. It doesn't need to be some sort of super secret exciting thing. Obviously for me, I'm viewing it as I want to be able to teach new players without smashing them, because that's not fun for anybody, if I'm honest. And I also want to be able to... So one of the things... This is me speculating a bit now. One of the things that they haven't mentioned at all is narrative. Narrative play. They've mentioned kind of open a bit. They've mentioned normal, which we could call match play, I suppose. They've mentioned approved ops, obviously, which is your tournament play. But they haven't said anything else. Instead of saying narrative, they've said joint and solo. So I'm kind of assuming that maybe narrative is gone and instead we have solo and joint. And yeah, I don't know. I just want to see what they do with it. But I want it to be... Because you're playing... In PvP, all forms of PvP, it is a competition. And you have to have a level of balance. The balance can be skewed. It doesn't have to be 50-50. Like if both players are on board for a narrative experience. But there has to be some level of it. Right? In co-op, there doesn't. It can be completely out of whack. You can design missions which are intended for you to fail or intended impossible for you to lose, right? So, but you can make the fact that you can't win or you can't lose really, really fun by going a little bit wacky with the rules and throwing balance to the wind. I'm hoping that at its core level, solo and co-op are just a nice way to play a casual experience of Kill Team, to play relaxed with somebody else, with a friend, on your own, but also to teach other people, right? However, I've just noticed the camera is not focused on me at all because I'm literally in pitch black. That's great. I'm not at all annoyed by that. However, that's fine. The plants are better than me. Who cares? Whatever. What is this channel? I forgot where I was going. Let's go read the article. Oh, but before we read the article, I would like to say, give a little subscriber-only benefit. And that subscriber-only benefit is a big double hello. No, I still don't have the sound effect. So instead, I cracked open a cold one, if you will. Thanks for watching. Be cool. Double hellos for you. What does it mean? I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. But hey, it's for you. Cool. Right, let's go and read some rules. Let my out of focus camera get out of the way. Jesus Christ. Right. The new edition of Kill Team brings the tightest and most cinematic special operations you could ever hope to find in the 41st millennium. But it's not all about one player taking on another in intense battles of covert skill. There is a brand new... Guys, my skill is so covert, even I haven't found it. That's two cracking jokes in this video. Honestly, I'm on a roll. Introducing Joint Ops. The Joint Ops mission pack, found in the core book, is your first introduction to cooperative and solo game modes in which players test their skills against an artificial opponent governed by a simple, solid set of rules. I love it, simple and solid, as we all do. Notice they say first introduction. So presumably, as they will elaborate soon, we will get more. Let's find out. Joint ops are player versus environment, or PvE, missions designed to offer a unique playground for commanders to test their skills, teach kill team to a friend, or try out new teams and strats. The 3 missions contained in the Kill Team core book reinforce this concept of teaching skills in casual play, while future mission packs will expand the concept with new challenges. Okay, cool. Players start by selecting their kill team, which can either be a single faction with the operative split between each person, or 2 halves of separate kill teams merged together. There are no restrictions for what you can choose or how the operatives should be assigned, so if you want to see what happens when a handful of Orc commandos are forced to team up with Tau Pathfinders, go right ahead. Although, you can't do that. But just in my head, I immediately went to Tau Pathfinders mixed with the Vespid, right? You know, the auxiliaries. Or you want to go the Farstalkers with the Tau. Guys, get thematic with it. Cool. Do we learn anything new from this picture? So we have... Those are just... That, to me, looks like... Okay, so first... Okay, hold on. We've got to break this picture down, because I'm a bit confused. So we obviously have the Tempestus Aquilons. Cool. We see a comm set here. Cool. They are against Tyranids. Now, as it's about to go on with MPOs and stuff, we're going to understand that Tyranids are not Tyranids. They're something else. But... what are these Space Marines? So we've got, that's an Assault Intercessor. That is a regular Intercessor? I actually can't tell, sorry. This guy's a Marksman, so that's a Phobos. What does that mean for us? Interesting. Let's keep going. Your opponents for these missions will be a team of non-player operatives, or NPOs, who represent a larger force of less elite troopers than your usual kill team. This means that you'll often be outnumbered, though never outgunned, and will have to rely on your human intuition to overcome the brute force of their program behaviours. Now, quick aside there. Remember, was it the last... It was either the last video or the video before. I was talking about how we are rank and file. Compendium is rank and file. And I was saying that Spec Ops teams aren't Compendium, you know, like thematically, I mean. And so here they're saying, hey, the less specialised teams, the Compendium teams you already have, could be MPOs, which we would already kind of guessed. But anyway, whatever, dude. Moving on. Who cares? Stop talking. Each model on the opposing team is assigned one of 2 MPO behaviours that dictate how they move, attack, and assign orders in the kill zone. Brawlers are all about closing the distance and getting stuck into close combat, while marksmen hang back and shoot, aiming to protect any objectives they see, and we sip. Stay hydrated, guys. Stay hydrated. I should not be recording in a glass house. It's mad. I also shouldn't throw stones, and yet I do. How they resolve conflicting rules and split decisions is quite simple. They do whatever is worse for the players. In fact, the MPO behaviours and threat principles that govern how they act are so simple they fit entirely on one page. Brawler, Marksman. So, when activated, this is the Brawler now, which they have used a Orc Boy as kind of the classic, which makes sense, doesn't it? When activated, if this MPO can perform either of its first 2 actions during that activation, give it an engage order. If it cannot, give it a conceal order. Oh, nice. So, the first thing you try to do, fight. I'm not in melee, I can't fight, okay? You charge. Can you charge the closest enemy operative via the shortest possible route? No? Okay. You go, what's the opposite of engage? Fuck. Jeez. Have I even played Kill Team? Concealed. Wow. Then you reposition, which we know is move. Using a dash if needed. Cool. Marksman, you fall back, because of course if you're in melee, you can't shoot. So step 1, fall back. That will be 2 AP though, I assume. So interesting that you always fall back. Anyway, then you shoot, then you reposition, you dash. Cool. The MPOs themselves are chosen through a flexible process Missions have a tally of wounds, and MPOs are chosen from a list of universal data cards until they meet that amount. These data cards are completely model agnostic and represent a variety of different unit types, so you can use whatever miniatures you have in your collection, perhaps left over from the scouring, the salting of the earth, the inferno that was the compendium. For example, the tough NPO has the brawler. Sorry, that's a joke. I don't care about the compendium going. I just wanted to put that out there. I know you know. Moving on. For example, the tough NPO has the brawler behavior, 10 wounds, a 4-up save, and a powerful melee weapon. It works for fell gene stealers or cornate demons. Likewise, the heavy marksman has all the characteristics of a Space Marine operative, but if you wanted to pop an Einhir Hearthguard or Hiveguard into its place, you'd do fine. Yeah. So what have we got here, guys? We've got tough and we've got heavy. A brawler and a marksman. So a tough brawler is APL 2, move 6, 4-up save, 10 wounds. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, 4/5, ceaseless. So that of course means it's going to be re-rolling 1s. That's a pretty classic orc profile. But then we get a heavy marksman, APL 3. So we're going to have MPOs that are APL 3, which makes sense because you do want to have a unit that can represent a Space Marine, because sometimes you want to fight Space Marines. But man, APL 3 is like, well, I guess you're representing a Space Marine, so it makes sense. It's just in the transition from lore to mechanics, APL 3 is like superhuman. There you go. That's all I'm saying. Move 6, save 3 up, 14 wounds, which, yeah, I mean that's assault intercessor stuff, isn't it? Firearm, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, 3/4, and you can shoot twice. Okay. Interesting. I wonder where the crossover between this weapon and this weapon actually lies from a damage perspective. Obviously, you can shoot twice here, but melee is always so lethal. Whereas with shooting, you always get those defense dice, you get to retain. Maths. The missions themselves include deployment maps for both Killzone Volcus and Killzone Gallodark, and their simple objectives belie the immense amount of fun to be had trying out new kill teams and seeing what wacky hijinks a combination of Drukhari Mandrakes and Adeptus Arbites troopers can get up to. Okay, yeah, fine. For a second there, I just read Drukhari Mandrakes and I was thinking of, not Mandrakes, but Homunculus. I was like, did they just tell us a new team? No. We really mean it when we say the rules are no more complicated than that, and after a few games ushering your MPOs across the board, you'll get the hang of controlling them like it's second nature. This is just the beginning of co-op and solo play, providing a framework that will be expanded in the future. Good, because I was about to say, when they said it's no more complicated than that, I was like, maybe a little bit, a smidge, like give us something. There will be new missions, enemies, kill zones, and even more exciting mission packs coming for free online and in future products. So keep your eyes peeled as the new edition develops. hold on, let me say that again. Allow me to put a comma in here. More exciting mission packs coming for free online, comma, and in future products. Is that comma there? Or do we get it free online all the time? Who knows? You'll have plenty of time to check out all other Kill Team rules reveals coming to Warhammer community soon. And if you wanted to make, yep, cool. Inside your own, oh, yep, nice, cool. Okay, well, that was fun. And me living in a world of shadow, so my camera refuses to focus on me, is back. Oh, I'm here, hello. Oh. Cool. Did it live up to what I wanted? I need more information. There you go. I don't know. Maybe it did. Until I get my hands on any of the new stuff they're saying, it's so hard to tell. Like, talking about the Vespid stuff yesterday, some people were saying, oh, this looks like a really strong team. But because of communion points, it's going to really show the difference between a good commander and a bad commander. It's like, maybe, Or maybe the team just doesn't have enough communion points to be good. Or vice versa, it has too many communion points, and so it's too good. Like, with Kill Team, which is... It is a tightly balanced game, but it's all down to the designer and the play testers to get it right. If they get it wrong, it just is incorrect. It's not like in 40k where you have a lot of wiggle room because there's so much there and designers will just miss things and forget things. I don't feel like in Kill Team they have kind of the same excuse. They say, look, there's no list building. Every single team is carefully crafted. So it's like, okay, that's the game we're playing. Fine. I love list building. But I will find that in other games. That's okay. But that means that every team is supposed to be played in a very, very specific way into other teams. Like, there might be variations in certain teams and how they play into other teams. But if the designers just get that balance wrong, then there's nothing you can do. For example, whereas in 40k you might say, oh, you know what? Turns out heavy intercessors, terribly balanced. That's okay. I will go and play this unit instead. Or it turns out heavy intercessors don't work in this detachment, but they do work in this detachment. And they don't work if you give them whatever, right? And we just don't get that in Kill Team. In Kill Team, we just have to really, really hope that the designers got it right. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's the same for solo and co-op. They haven't told us much there. Is it good or bad? I don't know. Until I play it, I don't know what they've done. It's great that they've told us certain things, and change is exciting. Change is good. I like it. But until I actually play it, it's almost impossible to say whether any of these changes are actually good, right? Are the Vespers actually balanced? Are the Aquilons actually balanced? Who knows? A team with all fly, we've seen that in Void Dancers. I could extrapolate from that and say it's bad. But I don't know, because it seems like a very different team from that one datasheet we've seen. There you go. Anyway, thanks for watching me read a Warcom article. And if you've made it to the end, I'd like to give you a big triple hello. Lovely. Honestly, chaps, chapesses, chapai, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Nothing helps a small channel like mine out more than just actually watching the whole damn video. So genuinely appreciated. If you really like what I do, hey, if you like my channel, not Kill Team, but if you like my channel, check out my Discord. I've reopened it to the public, and it's a Glass Half Dead channel, not a Kill Team channel. We talk about all sort of stuff in there. A lot of Kill Team right now, obviously. Check that out. And if you really like what I'm doing here, do recall I have a Patreon. It's pretty gangster. Okay, stay hydrated. Goodbye.